Okay. It looks like things are working. It's managed to make it look like it's not, but that's okay. Anyway, another week, another set of games. Today, I'm going to be looking at the Sega CD. Sega's very unique. I don't know, like pretty mixed reaction at best on a lot of Sega CD stuff, but some interesting things were made. Didn't really do a lot for beat 'em ups overall. I mean, not really a particularly great environment for them. Didn't really do anything. Didn't let them do anything interesting. But you know, that's how it goes. Anyway, let's get started here. Looks like this is pretty quiet. About there looks like it might be good, maybe a little bit less.
Game creative staff, Wolf Team.
So yeah, the third game in Wolf Team's Ernest Evans trilogy, a game famous for having one game that actually is about Ernest Evans. There he is, the man. I like this plane graphic. The way they layered it made it look very small. I like the overpeaking. So yeah, there's a few different ways that Sega CD games went. One is that they were just like a normal Sega Genesis game, and then they had some anime intro or something like that, some kind of cutscenes, something along those orders. Then there were like the full FMV games, which were like kind of what a lot of companies focused on, and I think those were just kind of ill-fated. They were an interesting idea, they were an interesting experiment with the technology at the time, but they just weren't really that fun. But that has nothing to do with what we're doing.
To いうわけで、俺がこの城の宝物の鑑定を頼まれたってわけだ。
それで私は何を手伝えばいいんです？
Ernest's head to body ratio.
これといって何も。
でもそれじゃあ。
どうでしょう。アネット様には愛車姫に目通りしていただくということで、姫も異国の話に興味がおありのようですし。
そうだな。アネット、そうすればいい。くれぐれも失礼のないようにな。はい。
The sprite art looking straight at the camera looks so awkward.
はい、本当に。じゃなくて誠に。そのようにかしこまらなくても構いません。ところで、そなたの胸にあるペンダントが。はい。今話した私の養父のメイヤー神父が残した形見です。よろしければ見せていただけませんか？ ペンダントは手に入れた。この娘は始末なさい。王女様、何を。
What? All right. The body proportions aren't too bad in most of the sprites, but there's a handful that are. So anyway, this is our game. This is a 3-button game, as far as I know. Doesn't use the full Genesis 6. What is that noise? Yeah, the enemies seem to just kind of do whatever in this game. Nice sliding kick, just uppercut nothing. So I did look a little bit at this game before I started, just to make sure I knew, like, that it was working. And the meter at the top is like a magic bar that's filling up, and now we got the 10-ton magic. I haven't seen any of the magic except the first one, so... I think this might be the highest level of magic, even though it's showing more. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Dragon. Very... very quiet dragon. Yeah, just kills everybody. Yeah, not much going on in this game, really. Oh, there he is. Just taking his sweet-ass time. Whoa, hello. You're here now. It took away my magic entirely. I just don't have it. Okay. Yeah.
この城の人たちどうしたっていうの？それに一体ここは？そこにいるのは誰です？誰？あなたは？ではあの王女は偽物？
I feel like half of this game is going to be cutscenes that I don't understand.
バージリスは偽物を立ててこの国を。
それがいけませんかな。所詮理想家肌のあなたではこの国を世界の荒波から守ることはできんのですよ。おっと、怪しげな動きはやめてもらおう。
何を？
気 決まっているではないか。お前が動けば王女を撃つ。
卑怯な。
卑怯。軍人ではないお前には理解ができんだろうが、これが戦術というものだ。
Oh, we've been sent to the arena.
さて、例のものの隠し場所を教えていただかない限り、彼女は我が軍の精鋭と戦わねばならんが。あなたにできますかな、あの少女を見殺しにすることが。
All right, fighting this guy, I guess. Oh, no, we're fighting Claw Woman. Okay, cannot grab her as she stands. I'm not sure why that set me on fire, but... Trying to find if there's anything clever I can do. Oh! that jump kick. Alright, we lost our magic again because the boss spawned. Alright, good. So one of the problems I'm having is that your basic attack, like, fucking sucks. Okay. Hey, thanks for this. Thanks for the sub, Philly.
あの女、まさかこれほどまでとは。
Ah, yes.
探せ、小娘を探し出すんだ。見つけ次第始末せよ。は。
Now, presumably, they put us in this situation by threatening to kill the princess. So by escaping, they could still do that.
誰もが皆バージリスに喜んで従ってはいないということですよ。それからこれを。
それはありがとうございます。なんてお礼を言ったらいいのか。
礼なんて。
Yeah, I believe the Ernest Evans trilogy, the bad guys are vaguely not Nazis. You know, back when we knew that you could just make the enemy a Nazi and that solved the problem of any type of need to motivate them. Look at this tiny guy! Why are we fighting robots who spin? Yeah, your basic attack just like fucking sucks. Yeah, I just literally can't attack this dude with the normal attack, because if he starts spinning, I'll get hit. I'm not sure if I can escape this situation. There we go. One ton. 10 ton. What? They're just... Just scrunch them up a little bit. There's a guy probably attacking off screen, yeah. Alright, static ball. That guy is layered incorrectly. Mm-hmm. Just send them off. Alright, I still need the, what, sound wave and the skull? We'll just do the skull. Skull. That's a skull. And it hurts them. Alright then. The animations on the spells feel fairly incomplete to me. That does so much more damage than the third knee bash. Oh, hello, hammer. That is... I'm not sure I can throw him. He seemed like he... Let's just do this, probably. You gonna come back on screen? His pose when he was spinning that hammer around was great, by the way. Just slam him into the tree. Alright, well, they took a lot of our shit.
ジークさん。
おや、気がつきましたね、アネット。ちょうどいい。今紅茶が入ったところです。ネグゼシスの軍政を批判し、アメリカに亡命したはずの私が、どうしてこの軍服を着ているのか不思議にお思いなのでしょう。
ええ。
これを見てご理解いただければいいのですが。
これは。
Oh my god. Those dudes are like 50% armed.
素晴らしいことではありませんか。彼らは
Wait, we've got our ship back.
最強の軍隊として世界を蹂躙するのです。
あなたは何を言ってるのか分かってるんですか。これは神への冒涜です。
神？それはどんな神でしょうね。邪神ハスターですか。 それとも。
いや離して。
小娘が
So I said Kami a couple times, so I guess it's a you can't play God type of deal. Oh my god, look how big that is. These guys are gonna be fucking huge. Look at these dudes. And also this woman is here. I can't throw her. Oh, I'm using the wrong buttons. I keep misaligning my hands. Can I throw them? No. I like to throw when you can't, and it's just like, ah. Spin? Look at that spin! Look at all that animation. They sure did rotate that sprite. They sure do like letting the enemies just hang out off screen. So most games, most beat 'em ups will have some kind of protection for that. Like, not that enemies can't get off screen, but like once they're off screen, they tend to have some kind of like scripting that will favor them coming back onto screen, but this game doesn't seem to do that. They just hang out and they're chill with that. They don't need to be here. They got nothing but time. The regular grunt. It's just this one guy. I don't really want to use magic on just this one guy, but he's also going to hang out off screen. And there might be just another guy off screen somewhere. Yeah. Correct. Okay. This clank they make. Just gonna do it. Give him the skull. Go. Hey, break that and get a soda out of it. The old storage containment. Oh my god. The old storage containment test tube. Jump! Oh, boss time. Throw him. To be seen. Nope. Yow. Ha. Nope. Okay. Very simplistic AI in this game. The hero is here.
飛び移れ。大丈夫かアネット。ジークフリートか。
そうだ、私の方は大丈夫。うまくいった。そちらの方はどうだ。
そうだったんですか。この像を取りに。
この国の王家の秘宝なんだそうだが、問題はなぜこんなものをネグゼシスが欲しがるかだな。
ネグゼシス？
少尉から聞いた話だが、バージリスはこの像を必要なまでに欲しがっていたらしい。でなければ王女の偽物まで用意したあいつが本物を生かしておく必要がない。
Yeah, you got the MacGuffin.
奴の背後にはネグゼシスがいる。
We got this one, whatever this is.
私は城に戻ります。
戻る？
バージリスがネグゼシスの兵士に愛車王女を引き渡したらしいのです。その像はあなた方が持っていてください。像がこちらにある限り、最悪でも王女の命は安全でしょうから。
ギルケ少尉って
Is he just gonna leave us out here?
なんですね。
まあ進化としては力不足だが、男としては合格ということだな。
あ
いや、なんでもない。
あ、アーネストさん、私たちは。
アネット、決まってるじゃねえか。君もペンダントをジークに奪われたままじゃ嫌だろう。ついでに王女を助ける手助けをしても誰も文句は言わんさ。
例の二面女神像はアーネストたちに奪われたと聞いたな。
はい、王女の意識に直接介入して聞き出したのですが、どうやら城の中に王女に味方する者たちがいたようです。
まあよい。ところでこの部屋にはわしとお前の二人きり。何もかしこまることはあるの？それとも面白がっておるのか？
まさか。
わしもこの姿ではどうも
It's
話
kind of weird the desk had dithering.
久しぶりに元の姿になるのがよかろう。
They're not really doing that in their sprite. Sir, your face? Look at this robot! And this dude, can I throw him off? No. They made a pit and it's not real. So it looked like a dude got out of that robot, but then didn't. He just is gone. Look at this thing. Can't throw it. Yeah, like he gets out and then just gone. Gun! Oh, okay. That didn't do nearly as bad as I thought, but we've got a bunch of dudes, so we're gonna table flip them. This guy just shooting at over there, and these dudes sliding into nowhere land. Oh, that slide's not even, like, good. I know those are supposed to be, like, bullets, but it looks like it's just sweating to me. This guy again. Except we've got less vertical room, which is slightly concerning.
君は何としてもジークを見つけるんだ。俺はここで奴らを食い止める。
でも
列車の中で見たことを思い出すんだ。奴がしようとしていることを放っておけば人類の歴史が終わる。必要ならお前の力を全部使ってでもこの基地を破壊するんだ。いいね。
そんなことしたらアーネストさんまで。
俺のことは忘れるんだ。
These two just keep firing at nothing, covering fire forever.
さーて、お前らにはもう少し付き合ってもらうぜ。
ようこそアネット。
ジークさん、王女はアーシャ王女はどこにいるんですか？
まあそんなに焦らないで。それよりもどうです？懐かしいお友達と再会するというのは。
レスティアーナ。
Oh, that doesn't look healthy.
ジークさん、あなたは一体どういうつもりで？
演出ですよ。あなたを本気にさせるためのね。
Oh, good load. Load midway into the jump attack. All right, can I just do stupid things to him? Alright, so sometimes he just jumps, and if he does that, then I get to throw him for free. Damn, we did a number on him.
ジーク、どうして？
Yes, this is the third game in the series of games with Ernest Evans and whatever Alviento's lady's name is. I don't think it's Annette. I think maybe it is. I don't
あ
know.
なた誰です？
I thought Annette was the like princess.
わかりませんか？
Oh my god.
ジークさん。
本物かなんてくだらないことは聞かないでください。ジークフリート・ミュンヒハウゼンは彼が生きていた時は彼一人であり、彼が死んだ今となっては私一人なのです。あなたならその意味がわかるはず。そうそう、ご安心なさい。王女は私が大切に預かっております。それから
Hey Chauncey, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope things are well.
もう始まってしまいましたか。自爆装置を作動させたことをお教えしようと思ったのですがね。
It is in it? Okay. Well, we didn't save anyone, and the lab exploded. And my chat disconnected.
アーネストさん。
はいよ。
That sprite is awful. I'm
ヒル
sorry.
ケ少尉に助けられたよ。少尉たちも基地に潜入していたらしくてな。
もうバカ。
おい、もっと優しく運転してくれよ。
しかし早く総統府に行かないとアイシャ様の身が。
それにしてもジークフリート、何者なんだ。
The cutscene sprites in this are so weird because, like, a lot of them are really, really good, and then a handful are just like, I don't know if they're incomplete or if they just sent it or they had different artists or what. Oh, okay. The hand just kind of reaching in from the off screen. What am I stuck on? The pillar? This? Huh. Oh shit, I threw him off screen. I'm gonna have to use magic, otherwise I'm gonna have to wait 1,000 hours for him. Just show him the skull, and then move on. Oh. Oh, we're lagging big time here. Oh my god. Clank. Oh, it was definitely more than 3 enemies. There were a couple off screen. Oh, good hitbox. I love these guys when they're off screen and they just slowly reach on with the little saw blade thing. It's just shenanigans to me. The really cartoony soda is also good. These guys just two characters. Yeah, this is the third. What if I do this? What if I hit him mid-air with the dragon? The third Ernest Evans series game. Oh, that guy was off screen. That's nice. So are you just not capable of attacking me when I'm under you? Is that what I'm learning? Him just standing up damages me. Good. Oh, just, yeah, I need to wait for him to start flying because he is dangerous. Maybe I can do... Why does it do the death scream on there? Oh, now he can. Why can he aim down now? Maybe because he was against the wall? Oh, nope, he can just do that. He just chose not to before. Is she the main character of all of them? No, she's the main character in El Viento and this game. Ernest is the main character in the first. I believe this is the same character as El Viento. I would not be shocked to be wrong.
まさか
そんなことが
愛車王女
I'm sorry. That sting with no context of what's going on. It's just funny to me.
どうでしょう。ここは賭けをするということで、私が勝てばあなた方が持っている二面女神像、あなた方が勝てば王女を元に戻す方法を得る。
His hand is all kinds of fucked up.
この鞭で貴様の首を締め上げてやる。
勘違いなさっては困ります。あなた方の相手は
Like
彼
the
女
sprite
なの
is
です。
pretty good, and then his hand. Going straight into a boss fight again. Yep. What is this area? What the fuck was that? Am I able to hit this enemy? Seems to be my best bet, since this attack is capable of hitting him. Or her, I guess, maybe? The scream, to me, is the female scream that they used earlier, so... Is he dead? Not dead. Please don't stab me. Ah!
やめてくれアネット。
それ以上やれば王女が死んじまうぞ。
見事です、アネット。
ジーク、賭けは俺たちの勝ちだな。
お願い、王女を元に戻す方法を教えて。
いいでしょう。では二面女神像をお出しください。
何？なんであの像？
あれは古代奇跡の像として崇められていたものです。このペンダントの宝石とともにね。もっともどんな歴史書を紐解いても載ってはいませんが、私が長い時をかけ全ての記録を抹消したのですから。
何？
私はこう見えてその実、人より長く生きているのです。あなた方に想像がつかない。
Feels like you should be helping. I don't think you know how this
お前
works.
は一体。
私はあなたたちがよく知っているジークフリートですよ。
The cool guy is there to provide context for the main character being more badass, not to accomplish things of his own.
二面の中からもわかるように一切の生命を焼き尽くすという逆の作用もありますが、そのペンダントの宝石を象の慈悲の女神の方にはめ込みなさい。そうそう、言い忘れていましたが、人間がその象の力を発揮させるには愛とかいうものが必要なのです。同情でも憐れみでもない純粋な愛がね。あなた方にそのようなものを持ち合わせている人がいればいいのですが。
アーネストさん、王女どうか。
キルケさん、あなた。
これは素晴らしい。まだこの世にあの象の力を引き出せる人間がいたとは。
Yeah, that's kind of a Sega CD problem, though, Adok. Like, the limitations of the console and how many sprites you could have, or how many images you could have,
愛者様。
I feel kind of, like, impacted their ability to have, like, impact on things.
用事は済んだようですね。
お
返してもらいますよ。
そうはいかん。
Uh,
私としたことが。
the timing on this got desynced, for sure. Hey, Ann. Morning. This is definitely an NK energy game.
この結界がある限り、あなたは彼の元へ行くことはできません。
ジークさんお願い、私をここから出してアーネストさんのところに行かせて。
私に頼まなくてもあなたの力で結界を解けばいい。
私が
Sato!
簡単なこと。私を
Oh,
倒せ
he
ばいい
became
のです。
the monster. I love this monster thing where, like, they did it twice. They have, like, the horrifying body and hands, and then, like, for some reason their face is, like, pretty boy face. We gonna make it? I think that cutscene might have broken everything. we might have to start over. I think we got cutscene, the broken cutscene. I think it's a problem. All right. Well, hopefully, I'm gonna guess that, like, the fact that the Mister doesn't emulate loading quite the same way as the Sega CD caused some kind of problem. So, well, this game shouldn't take that long if we're just skipping the cutscenes. Like, a good half of the game was just watching the cutscenes. At least I'm hoping we can skip the cutscenes. If we can't, we might be in trouble. Yeah, okay. I don't think I got meat at any point during the last playthrough. I think that's a new pickup. Pardon? See, it's the boss after these guys, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I get the squish magic and then squish. Okay, well, last time I fought him, I could actually attack him with the normal attack, but he decided not. Would you stop tracking me that accurately, my man? What are you doing? Gow. Okay. Nope. Okay. Gonna get the boss after this guy, so might as well just do this. Oh, I thought I. Okay. Whatever. Maybe he wasn't fully cornered. All right. Oh, we got the leg. 4? Let's 5? Okay, yeah, give him the skull. Oh, okay. Oh, you were mid long hand attack. How'd you do that? Yeah, the music's solid. I mean, it's what it is. Just iffy. Sometimes they can impact each other on throws. Seems like not most of the time, but there we go. Guess they have to fly sufficiently far. Just waiting for enemies to come on screen. Yeah, because he's just over there, way off to the left, attacking. Whoa! I feel like this guy was about halfway into the game. I'm curious to know how my memory is on that, because it feels like I've been playing this playthrough for like 5 minutes, when it was a 50-minute game before. I mean, I also have a better idea of how to attack each enemy, so there is that. Running from the scrunch. The funniest one. just compress him a little bit. Big flippy. Good hitbox. I think she might be the last enemy, so I might, oh, guess she's dead. I need him to be on the right so he doesn't keep getting knocked off screen. This is where we have the car thing, and now we're on robots already. Yeah, this... Man, the percentage of this game which is actually playing the game is not terribly high. Oh, I just got an idea for robots, at least. Or unthrowable enemies. Zoop. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know if that's the fastest necessarily, but it is easy enough. The question is if that'll work on any of the bosses. Just kind of jumps, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess I could. It just doesn't do any damage. What if if I need to make absolutely sure I'm safe, that seems like a plausible pattern. But that is also a good pattern and kills him way faster. Yep, this dude coming in with the kick. Right, but I can actually throw. I like how he doesn't leave his like dash startup pose when I'm throwing him. Oh, okay. I couldn't throw him there because I guess he was too far off screen. Okay, and then I think this was the cutscene we crashed on? No, we had like one more after this. Two more. Because we've got the like crystal whatever the fuck area. Whoops. Jumping into the saw blade might not have been my best play there. Oh, he only shot one. I think the saw blade is the only truly safe attack for me to grab them after. Oh, the guy off to the left is gonna take his sweet time. There we go. I think this was just these two, and then it's like the same fight with another two. Oh, that was weird. Crunch him. If you want to hang out off screen, then fine, we'll give you the skull. What else am I gonna do? He's not dead. Okay, this guy I can't throw at all. He just impacts me. Just do that. Oh, I wonder. This is kind of risky. Okay. Whoop. This guy just does whatever he wants. I don't know. Alright, I think this was the last thing. Okay, cannot do that to him. Need to be careful now, too. Alright, well, time to find out what a game over does for us. Alright, well. Okay, so I think I just need to use regular jump kicks instead of the dash jump kicks, because then I can just do like that. Although, if she stabs, I'm gonna be in trouble. I mean, if she just jumps like that after doing it, then... Okay, this is a reasonable enough approach. Alright, this is the cutscene that I need to skip. And hopefully we load. Yes. Okay. Alright, where do we attack you? Where do we attack you? Where do we attack this boss? I didn't hit him one time. Do I have another attack I'm not thinking of? Do I use the magic button here even though it doesn't normally do anything without magic? No. Okay. So it's one thing to not understand the approach to the boss. It's another to just not understand how to hit him at all. I'm kind of questioning if that's hitting and it's just not having an effect, because they do kind of like move back. Although he did the same basic thing there. I'm also just kind of questioning if this is just not working correctly on the Mister, like if there's an emulation error or something. Because this just seems... Like, again, it's one thing to not know how to fight a boss. It's another thing to not even recognize if you're hitting him. Because, like, that looks kind of like I might have hit this. Because they do, like, go to the bottom and then, like, I can smack them. I'm gonna operate under the assumption that's what's happening, is that these go to the bottom of their thing, they get ready to attack, and then I'm kicking out of that attack. It's like, I don't know what else could be happening here. fact that it doesn't give me any kind of hit prompt or anything is very concerning. How'd I get a running attack there? Oh! Okay. What was different that time? So I've hit him once with a jump kick that felt like every other jump kick that I've done here. So normally I don't want spoilers, but if this is legitimately just an emulation issue, then that is something I would accept. It's crazy because, like, it feels like I'm supposed to use the dash jump attack to attack him. It's not an emulation issue. Okay. Oh, yep, there we go. I just have to jump kick him, like, just as he's in the lowest part of that bobbing arc, I guess? But his dash attack, or if I dash attack jump to get extra height, then he just fucking drills me. This attack, he just always does that. I'm gonna just experiment a little bit more with this to make sure there's not some way of doing this that makes it work. Because, like, yeah, even when I do that, it's still... Okay. How'd that positioning work out? Okay, well that hit him. I also was hit. Well, I can't hit him if he flies way up there. And it doesn't seem like there's a position on the depth axis that gets out of this where, like, I can hit him, but he can't hit me. That's kind of what I was looking for there. Wow, baffling. You know, actually, it seems like if I'm going to use the dash jump attack, I might be better off when he's higher up. Because he seems to fire those over me then. The problem is just, like, getting an opportunity to dash attack where, like, getting these things away from him so that I can even, like, set up the opportunity is tough. Because these things just, like, run into you. And before he wasn't hitting me with just like the regular jump attack, he like wouldn't even shoot. But now he seems to be doing that again. Maybe after I hit his hands, he has a little bit of time where he's not shooting. Maybe. Not really. What else could be possible? If I do it from farther away, I just didn't even make it to him. From there, just he doesn't shoot me? If I'm like away from him, he doesn't shoot me. Alright, well. Bizarre. But I guess that's that. Alright. Just have to jump from what should be the most vulnerable position. I was hit again after the cutscene, or after he started. Damn, we have brutalized a couple people. Oh, Ernest is fine. He was shot, but that just broke his arm.
王女の戴冠式も無事終わりそうだし、バージリス派の連中も一掃された。キルケ少尉、いや、キルケ宰相がついていれば、二度とこの国にあんな騒動が持ち上がることもないだろう。
そうじゃなくて、愛し合うあの二人が結ばれるという意味です。私も。
アネット、君に話しておきたいことがある。
それって。
今度のターゲットのことなんだが、何にする？俺はな、せっかくヨーロッパまで来たんだから、ケルンあたりで傷を治してからにしたいんだ。ほら、今不況で金もないしな。
Oh, you're saying some stupid shit.
こら、俺はまだ怪我人なんだぞ。
これがロケット推進機の設計図。
これぞまさしく我が軍を勝利へと導く兵器になろう。わしはこれを V 兵器と名付けよう。
これが約束の金だ。
我が帝国が世界に
He lived?
閣下、早くお車の中へ。
バカな男。このような紙切れなど私には何の価値もないというのに。私の期待を裏切らず。
Oh, look how cool he is. He doesn't even need all this money.
人類滅亡へのファンファーレを。ねえ、アドルフ。
The sequel hook that would never be. Wow. Well. Not had music, just took a little bit to get there. No, it was playing some sound, it was just a slow intro to the song. Feels like there were supposed to be lyrics over this at some point. That's quite a pose. So obviously I'm interpreting a lot without knowledge of the language, but the general storyline that I got from the visuals of what was happening was that the fake Nazis kidnapped some princess in order to steal this amulet that Annette has, and somehow that amulet enabled them to make horrific bioweapon monster guys, and then we beat all of them up because we didn't want them to have the horrific bio monster guys. Okay, well, that's that.
Game creative staff. Wolf Team.
Thank you, Wolf Team. Bam. Is that right? Is that the right way to spell this? Yes. Yeah. So, am I facing weird way like this? Yes. All right. How do I do this so that I look normal? Third game in Wolf Team's. I don't even know what to call. I'll call it. Best Evans series. Game makes a significant gameplay change to be a beat 'em up rather than a platformer, like the previous two games. The actual gameplay loop of this entry is very simplistic, and there is not much to the actual not actually very many total enemies to fight. The game really feels like that it was more focused on the production of the cutscenes and overall story. Final boss is actually, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. Yeah, I don't know. The magic system is very powerful and simplistic, and fights tend to have one very simple strategy which solves them. Feel though they played at poor times or did not fit what was happening. Recommend this game to someone interested in seeing anime styled visuals. So this game is kind of tricky to grade. On one hand, I feel like their goal with this game was not to make like a really outstanding beat 'em up, right? Like it just clearly was they wanted to tell this story. They had all this art they wanted to do. And clearly on that end, they kind of succeeded. Like, it's difficult for me to say because on one hand, I don't care about the story that much, and on the other, I also have a limited ability to understand it due to a language barrier. But it seems like they did a reasonable job of presenting it. The fact that I was able to suss out the overall story without understanding any of what they were saying is certainly notable. But at the same time, like, how much of a game is cutscene as opposed to gameplay before you question why they even had the gameplay and didn't release it as some sort of, like, what's the term, OMV or something? To just follow up on OVA, that's the term I was going for, yes, thank you. At what point do you just release an OVA about your series that tells the story? And that's all fine. You know, there's definitely an audience for this. But as a beat 'em up, I think it's just adequate. You know, there's some things that feel a little jank. There's definitely, like, the basic attack feeling bad is always something that I will rag on a beat 'em up for. Like, when your basic hit the button just feels bad, it's a problem to me. I'm not saying it has to be your best attack, but when just hitting the basic attack button feels bad, I don't know what else to say other than it makes the game hard to enjoy for me. But it's not, other than the final boss, which was kind of bizarre. Admittedly, that was partially, the final boss being such a problem was partially me digging too deep for a strategy rather than it being necessarily super hard. But yeah, it's definitely a CD Flex game. And it's weird because I look at, you know, there was Double Dragon 2 on the PC Engine, which feels very much like this game in the sense that, like, it feels very much like they wanted these cutscenes. They wanted that, that type of presentation where there's more storyline going on. And admittedly, Double Dragon 2's story intermissions are, like, kind of a joke. They're, like, nonsense things that happen between stages. But at the same time, like, Double Dragon 2 TurboGrafx legitimately was a good Double Dragon game, like, if you skip all the cutscenes. This, not so much. Alright, I need to use the restroom, so this will be a good breaking point. to it. So I'm gonna go more or less in release order for these games for the Sega CD. There's actually 5 games for the Sega CD, but I'm not gonna be playing one of them today. So yeah, let's move on to Final Fight CD. So Final Fight CD is really well known.
Metro City, a well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence and death for many years.
I forgot about the intro.
A fact which the newly elected mayor and former street fighter Mike Hager plans to change. At the center of the problem is the huge gang known as Mad Gear. Mad Gear controls all of the major criminal activity in the city. When they learned of Hager's plans, they took immediate action to bring this new mayor under their control. Sometime in 1992.
92?
Hello, Mike Hager here.
Mr. Hager. So pleased to make your acquaintance. I believe you know who I am. Don't hang up. We have a little business proposition for you. Your daughter for your cooperation. And we'll throw in the regular monthly bonus to your salary we offered before.
What? What happened to Jessica? Who is this?
Not so fast, Mike. Turn on your TV.
You son of a... What have you done to her?
Nothing yet, but we'd enjoy the opportunity. Listen to reason, man. Why make your job difficult? Just let us do as we please, like the mayor before you did.
So I really hate Damned's readings in particular, because I feel like Damned is a character that could have some pretty cool
Guy, Jessica was kidnapped.
lines.
Jessica?
My sweetheart since childhood.
The Mad Gear must pay. She's my friend too. Count me in.
But the problem to me is, like, Damned in particular is like, man, he's a character that could have a really good reading if you just put any effort into it. Because it's like the Listen to Reason Man's one where it's like, listen to reason, man. Just do as we say, and we'll throw in the monthly bonus, just like always. And it's like, you just had no interest in it at all. But yeah, this game's pretty well known for, that intro cutscene reading. And also for the music. And I'm going to say something here that I know is not going to make me very popular. I fucking hate this version of the OST. I want to be clear that I think each individual song sounds very good. I think what they did with them in a zero context environment, like, a lot of the songs are really cool. But in the context of playing Final Fight and, like, being in these dirty downtown metro environments, I think they just totally feel out of place. Actually, I want to... Hold on. Like, I feel like the songs sound completely out of place in this game. Anyway. I also have some issues with the gameplay. We'll get into, obviously. I want to make sure... Yeah. Attack jump special. PTM off. Assuming this is the same as arcade, you get one extend at 100k and then never again. For default. So, So one of the big problems I have with this game is all the animations are kind of like a frame off. And it makes things look really strange. Like if you look at me doing this pile driver, you can see the enemy kind of like being in the wrong position for one frame. And it sounds like, oh, big deal, it's one frame. But it really makes things feel like they're falling apart constantly. It's especially bad to me with weapons. We'll see if we get a sword later. The colors are also pretty limited in this. But, it is more true to the original enemy formations than a lot of ports of this era were for Final Fight. It doesn't have the, like, bizarre amounts of damage that you do, or take, rather, in Super Nintendo Final Fight, I believe. Yeah, you can see with the pipe what I was talking about, where, like, this animation just looks fucked up, right? Like, the pipe's in the wrong spot for so much of it. I guess it updates before it pauses, so you can't freeze frame on it. Oh, there we go. Look at this frame. Like, why does this happen? That bothers me like an irrational amount. Damned is renamed Thrasher in this one. I believe Poison and Roxy exist in this version, but they're slightly censored. Like, they changed their outfit to be more, to cover more of the bottom of their chest. Yeah, you can... Looks more like a shirt that's shredded instead of just a top. I mean, Adak, I have to assume there was a technical problem that they just couldn't solve. Final Fight also got a lot of ports, so, like, the quality is very, very random. But yeah, gameplay-wise, other than the things I've already talked about, mostly holds up. There's some weird changes. Hager's punches in general seem like they're better than they are in arcade. Like they seem to be more favorable hitboxes than they are in arcade. Oh, I get locked here? That doesn't happen. Okay. Did he just fake out a throw? I don't think that's a thing that they can do. In arcade. You still can do the infinite. I don't do it because the way this game controls feels like shit when you try and do that. That's part of the reason I'm playing as Hager. Like, you can see kind of like turned around and then like half turned around again during it. What the hell was... This is still this fight. Where the... What did... There was just an extra fight there. Here instead of 5. Oh, well. They also did a shit job of looping the music in this game. Like, absolutely horrendous. They didn't even like try and make it fade out at a reasonable point where it loops. They just faded and then started it over. Ugh. This screen's just locked. That's cool. Yeah, there's a few forced fights in this game that I'm going to be learning about as we get to them, I guess. What the fuck is wrong with Saddam? Okay, well, made it. Oh yeah, katana. Sorry. One of many ones that... Or not many. I guess it was just Thrasher and him that were renamed. Or one of many ports that renames him. That's what I was going for. So look at Hager's shoes. Why are they patched? I mean, yeah, but you could just color them differently. No, oh my god. like, it seems like they screwed up Elgato's knife throw animation and put like a initial throw kind of on it. Only one round of fire bombers. I turned around. Did you see that? So like when you land, you start the landing animation before. That's weird. Like, what kind of music is this for a cage match? Hey, go Spot. Surprised I didn't get the throw out in time there. Oh! Really? Maybe the punches aren't as much better as I thought. Billboard. Yeah, Jesse, that's my entire point. The individual tracks are all quite good. It's just they feel like you went to a club or something and are having a nice evening. Not like you're fighting a gang. Anytime. Eddie looking kind of sick here. I mean, like I said, Toxic, I think the individual songs are great. If I just wanted to sit and listen to the Final Fight soundtrack, this is absolutely the version that I would sit and listen to. That's not the problem. Does this trick work? I guess. Oh yeah, there's the lag, baby. I'd really like this song a lot if it was not such a slow tempo. I don't know why they slowed it down so much. Like, this is one of the ones I feel like fits a lot. I tried to do a rep of the Infinite and lost it after the second hit because this game feels jank as fuck when you're turning around. Oh yeah, that's another thing that this version usually gets, or used to like get a lot of notability from, was this whole stage being removed from the Super Nintendo port. Was, I mean, it happened. Who are these two? They're not here. They don't exist. You're not real. This fight is also not real. The Andor and Slash are, but not the whole fight. Yeah, the Final Fight port on Super Nintendo, I will say, like, I know it gets a lot of flack, and I understand all of the flack it gets, but I also think it's kind of like a miraculously good port in a lot of ways that people don't realize. Oh, that's not something that would have lost. Yeah, Final Fight Guy was nonsense. Although I will say, Final Fight Guy does clean up some lag problems that the original version had. But that's not enough to make it, like... I didn't even play it separately for this project, because I was just like, it's the same game, but Guy's there. Like, I'm not going to play... As much as I love Final Fight, and as much as I like that port of Final Fight, as weird as that is to say, I wasn't about to, like, make a point of reviewing it separately. This is another track they lowered the tempo on that I really don't like that they lowered the tempo on. This whole stage is going slower. I had a ton more time after those guys. I'm really worried about the knife fight because Elgatos have actually been like really fucking crazy compared to what I'm used to. He doesn't do the weird misangled thing. Oh, good throw. The fuck? Hey Turnip, how's it going? So in Final Fight Arcade, if he does that wall kick at the bottom of the screen, for some reason he teleports to the top of the screen before doing it. So like, if you're not ready for it, is very weird. Norlento and Stom were Final Fight guys? Yeah. Yeah, Street Fighter's had a lot of Final Fight characters get pulled in at various times. I think every single... Well, if we're counting Final Fight Revenge, every single major boss in Final Fight has been... in Final Fight 1, that is, has been in a Capcom fighting game. as a playable character. This is not a real fight, by the way. This one, you don't get locked here. Yeah, the dog's... Maybe, it looks like he's... Yeah, in Super Nintendo, there's a position where you can sit and the dog like freaks out, and then eventually you start getting points or lives or things. But it doesn't look like that's here. It might be, but it's pretty precise. Yeah, Eddie and Belger and Hager have all not been in a Street Fighter. Oops. I like Abigail. I think Abigail's great. Another thing they kept is, or no, I guess they didn't, the soft drink change. Yeah, Capcom has like an internal thing where they want to play up the rivalry between Hager and Zangief, so they don't want them to be in the same game. And Zangief is kind of a staple character, so... $1? Yeah. Even more fucked up dollars. The very yellow curry looks more like eggs. Oh man, okay, so I felt like that before, but the back jump body splash definitely has a way worse hitbox. There's been several times where I did that and an enemy like clearly would have been hit in my head. Huh? Well, so the way that hit counter increments for doing the strike throw is kind of odd. It's a known thing in like arcade even, where if you do the strike throw and suplex, and the suplex hits an enemy, it counts as the first hit towards the next strike throw. But that was 0. I did not do any of that. I just got 2 strike throws in a row. What am I doing? Why am I here? This is a fight, alright. Oh, good kick. Fortunately, we got the steak question mark. just thinking he was gonna slide or something, but I didn't really want to move. This dude. Another one? Why were you just hanging out off screen, dude? Should have joined the party. Well, Abigail's going to be interesting because Abigail's already one of the more finicky bosses. God, the tempo for the music is just so fucking slow, man. This is a fight, alright. Oh, you spawned mad fast. Okay. Abigail appears to work more or less the same, although either you're slower or he's a little bit faster to get up because some things were not quite working. This is a fight. Oh, okay. I'm shocked at how many places they just, like, arbitrarily locked the screen that weren't locked in the original game. It's not a big deal, obviously. It's just interesting. And less barrels here, which... They locked the screen here on the barrel kickers? Why? Okay. Oh yeah, I understand why they have less barrels there. I'm not complaining. I'm just noting it. Oh, these dudes spawn super fast. Okay. So that fight, and this is common in this game, I've noticed, I haven't really spoken about it, but like, the enemy encounters will be largely right, but the rate at which the enemies come out is quite different. Like, the enemies will either spawn a lot sooner or a lot later than they're supposed to. Which, again, not a problem, just an observation. Change the name to Ichi Oliver. Yeah, so the where are they? So what I've heard is that G Oliver or Oriver is most likely supposed to be G Oliver. Well, this is an encounter to add. Okay, I guess this is a way to handle this, is to just make it into a split encounter. What's gonna happen with the fire bombers then? But they're just the next encounter. Yeah, Jiggy, I know what you mean. This game, like, even playing this game, or version of the game that I don't love that much, it's still like, man, the way combat works is just so fucking cool. Whoa! I tried to Super Joy, but it didn't happen. I could use the button. There's a designated button for it on this one. But I forget that. This is a really annoying thing to add as an encounter, because these dudes just take a while to eat through. And like, I could throw them, I could strike throw them, but then it gets you into a dangerous situation where you're surrounded. Yeah, that is that button. That was weird looking. Oh yeah, yeah. Game Boy Advance Final Fight 1 is a pretty reasonable adaptation. It definitely has a lot of concessions, but they did enough to make it feel like its own thing, so it's kind of whatever. Final Fight 1 called the idealized version of the Super Nintendo port. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, the alpha characters don't really play different. They just do a shitload more damage and have different hitboxes. It's like, they play the same. What the fuck is wrong with these? I guess there are blue grapes, but... Ugh! These two are early. Did I miss? No, I guess that's what that encounter was those guys. those barrels end up in that? Because they should have been... I guess when they locked the screen, they had to get them out of there. Oh, this is... What? What fight is this? Is this the hit squad? Why? Why is, Tupi here? I didn't even realize what was happening because of the enemy set being strange. Wonder if this loop works. Looks like it. Belger jumping way into the background there. It's pretty cute. Yes. So Belger in this third phase of that fight can't be thrown, but that doesn't disable for you from attempting strike throws. I feel like the wrong track loaded. Strange. Yeah, I assume that's an emulation error. The Sega CD is kind of notorious for being a bit difficult to emulate. Emulators have been kind of bad for it for a long time. Presented by Sega, 1993. Getting the wrong track to load on the ending is a bit odd. Just making the whole thing very surreal. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Annette Fudatabi earlier broke because it loaded the wrong, or because it desynced the sound on the last cutscene.
Metro City, a well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence and death for many years. A fact which the newly elected mayor and former street fighter Mike Hager plans to change. At the center of the problem is the huge gang known as Mad Gear. Mad Gear controls all of the major criminal activity in the city.
Sometime in 1992. Alright. Final fight. Sega CD. Many ports. The arcade classic. For a long time, this was regarded as the best available home port of the game. Port is much more true to the original game especially in the number of enemies that are presented and the overall thing. This game is well known for is its arrangement of the original tracks, taking advantage of the CD sound to use real instrumental tracks rather than what am I going for? Synthesized music? Is that right? it's not really chiptune. Chiptune is a specific type of music. I'll just use more traditional video game types of music. Personally, while I think the tracks sound quite good, I do feel they are not fitting the action, and also the game has many minor issues, timings, animations, the music not playing, or is it just playing something random? I can't even hear it over the stuff, but it doesn't matter. Loud? Did the pre-stream your music get loud? Oh. Alright, sorry about that. Volume balance is impossible. No, I have a set of tracks that are on my, that I have. None of these particularly detrimental gameplay, at least at the time, did serve as a reasonable way to experience the game. And this game to any beat 'em up fan, especially Final Fight. Space there. I would write a little bit more about that, but overall, so in the context of this game being released in '93, and the other versions of Final Fight that were available, I think this game is great. I think there's a reason that this game is well known and well regarded as a Final Fight port. It does have some issues, most of which are very finicky little things that ultimately a person who doesn't, there's any number of things that I said during that playthrough that a person who hasn't obsessively played the game for years would just never even occur to them as a thing. There's certainly a lot that I think could be cleaned up, but I think basically anybody that likes beat 'em up is probably going, or at least would at the time of release, probably have had a reasonable time. I don't think in 2025, 2026, that there's a lot of reason to go back and look at this, or to play this. I don't, there's many accessible arcade perfect ports at this point. So, yeah. Anyway, we're done with that. Look at this. What did it end? Yes, wonderful. as per always. There were other ports, but they were ports to like home computer stuff. That's true. I didn't play the survival mode. They did add the survival mode feature. I should look at that real quickly. Yeah, like the Amiga ports and shit, they exist. Man, they ain't good. Yeah, time attack mode. Which I believe has a unique soundtrack to it. It has a unique track that's just not on anything else. Shaver Mino. Oh god, it reset my controls. Okay, it's okay. So yeah, you can do the Final Fight Infinite, but it looks weird as fuck. Yeah, I don't think it was probably until like the PS2 that we got a truly arcade perfect port of Final Fight. And even then, it wasn't truly arcade perfect because they typically purposefully don't emulate some of the lag. And also, they typically have the dip settings wrong. Again, on purpose. But, you know, I don't think being arcade perfect is necessary when you just obviously have those types of limitations, right? Like, it's one thing when you can be arcade perfect, but a lot of these systems, like, you just clearly can't. So you need to identify, like, what are the core gameplay elements that you're trying to make sure remain. And I do think this port, as much as, like, there's things that I can point at and be like, that's fucked up, that's not how it is. Those aren't things that I'm holding against it, or at least I'm trying not to. Ugh. Subjective? You mean on what the core gameplay elements are? I mean, I don't think it's subjective that that's what you need to do. What those are... Oh, I ran out of time. I was like, oh... Yeah, we get this very weird Cody art. Getting rid of lag. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying sometimes being perfect to the original thing is not correct. Like, there are times when you can improve the game in ways that make sense. I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I'm saying if you want to make the statement, this is arcade perfect, not emulating the lag correctly is not arcade perfect. It's an authentic, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's an authentic experience. Yeah. Yep. No, everybody's good. Just trying to comment on things when I'm I'm also playing a game is tough. All right. So yeah, kind of an interesting, unique track for them to have on this. And yeah, as much as I don't know that I feel like there's a reason to play this in 2025. For the era it was made, this was an excellent port, and there's a reason that people still remember this. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Was this a Japan region one? So the Sega CD is a bit fucked on the Mister. Changing BIOS is like dumb. It's dumb because there's a thing here for region select right, but it doesn't actually change the Genesis that it's plugged into, I think. So if you're on the wrong BIOS, it gives you the error screen where it's like, you can't play this game, dude. Didn't load it. Is this not what I had? Did I not put this on here right? This is supposed to be a directory. Why is it not going into the directory? Well, this is the only game I didn't test, and apparently it's not working, so I guess we're not playing Sengoku today. It only runs on Model 1 Mega CDs. Okay, I don't know that I have any way to do that. But it's still odd to me that it wouldn't even load the directory. It just went straight in. I don't have any way to switch to a Model 1 BIOS right now. The Mr. core is already a pain in the ass. To switch regions for. Don't tell me you're not going to load now. It's quite a bug to ship with? Well, presumably it wasn't a bug on release. Presumably they released it and then the Mega Drive or the Sega CD 2 came out. Dude, you are not the only person that's played these games. Like, the fact that you haven't found something doesn't mean you're the only person that's accomplished it. Why is this not going into the directory again? I might need to reboot the Mister entirely. Because that should be a directory, not a thing to load. Yeah, I don't understand why it's doing that. This wasn't Europe, was it? I mean, even then, it shouldn't. I don't understand why it's not working now, because it was working. I know I got this to work. Because this is the game I was most like, what the fuck is this? Wonder if I load the region-free BIOS, if it'll work. Well. Yeah, this one, it opens the directory. It's just these two, even though it says directory. That's the problem, is it's trying to open a directory as a file for some reason. Oh. No. Yeah, and then it just goes into the player. I will try one more thing. I'm gonna have to AFK for a bit here to try it. Okay. I got it working. For some reason, it needed something else to be in the directory. That's all I changed, was I dropped something else in the directory, and now it works. Prime. I know nothing about this. So this is going to be an exciting adventure. Oh my, look at this man. It just loops this? I don't think this is Liefield's particular brand of fucked up. Oh my god.
Taking out the garbage, breaking up his foes. He's a lawmaker doing what he knows. Screaming into action, dealing out the pain. Pumping up, thumping up those who fear his name. He's growing so much, so strong. He's gonna get himself some justice.
It's still going, man. Just cuts off. Okay. Just stops. I need to use the bathroom, actually. I'm gonna let it go again.
When he was a small boy, did nothing but
my god, dude. Alright, let's play this thing. I wouldn't have, like, stopped to go, but... View Comics? Nice explosion? Look at how beautifully they digitized this! I gotta zoom in. I'm Prime, you pervert! Prime time. Unbelievable. Gotta zoom in on the frame to read anything. Look at this man. I know what you did to these girls. He's got a nice ass. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? I don't want to read this entire comic. There we go. There's also Malibu Video. What's going on with his neck? What's going on with it? And his right arm? There's a lot of things that probably should be looked at by a doctor. So there's punch and kick, but jump punch is actually a kick? Like you just have jump kick, not both? Feel like the, what? Oh, what the fuck? Why is that happening? What if we put a border on? Nope, that did not help. If we correct the aspect ratio? Nope. So it's actually a problem with how it's rendering the video to that because the menu isn't getting fucked up. If we let's just reboot it. Let's reboot the entire Mister quick. We hadn't made any progress. And it didn't have any problems during the intro. It was only once gameplay started. Alright, we'll see if just starting the whole thing over again fixes it. That's so weird, because it's not even like constant, it's intermittent. And the produced by or under license thing's showing up. I don't think this fixed it. No. Not sure if it coincidentally went under. No, okay. Yeah, it's just weird if it's a core bug because it's not happening on my CRT. It's only happening on the HDMI out. And because it's not like the HDMI out is totally bugged because the menu is fine. It's just the actual game display that's getting messed up. And I can turn this on and it looks like this might fix it. Nope. Like, none of this fixed it, right? Like, this even, yeah, it was wide and then it got fucked up. Border did not fix it. What in the world? Scanline doubler? This... Well, yeah, this would make it look different because it's doing some video processing between when it gets there. But this also breaks it on my CRT, so I can't see it at all. What in the world? What if I change this? I mean, it should be... This bug was filed in 2020. So it is just a core bug. That's really interesting that that bug only happens on the HDMI output, though. Because on my CRT, it's fine. It's playing perfectly fine with no issues. Well. So the only other choice I have with the rest of the games then is to play on a PC emulator, which I do not currently have set up because I hate PC Sega CD emulators a lot. A lot. Like, they're one of the worst emulators I've ever worked with. Yeah, there's this game exists. It has this song. Unfortunately, I think I might just have to stop and find a different solution for this for another time. The digitized comics are unbelievable. The idea that they just digitized the entire, what I presume is the entire works. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know how to really salvage this situation. I think I'm just gonna have to cut my losses, call it a stream. We beat 2 games. I'll have to figure out a solution for this and for the other game. I guess we can look briefly. I don't think I'm gonna beat Cliffhanger this way, but we can look at it just real quick. Because I believe this is the same game as the regular Genesis version, but with some cutscenes that are from the movie. And that being the case, it's probably for the best that I don't play this version, because that's the kind of stuff that actually gets copyright striked. But we'll make sure quick. Yeah, that's just a scene from the movie. We're not watching that. I doubt it would get flagged because it's pretty fucked up, but yeah, this is fundamentally the same gameplay mode. Might be in place. God, that's if they added a different gameplay mode, but that's not really the beat 'em up part anyway. That's kind of a side thing. Although if it's less shitty, it might make it possible for me to win the game in a reasonable amount of time. I think this game is all checkpoints, although this seems like the same guy. If I remember correctly, I don't think the first avalanche is too far into the game, so we'll try and get there. Just for something. The music is also CD quality, which, you know. Oh, yep, overshot that. 6 continues. I think we're back way at the beginning. Alright. Well, anyway, I am not beating this game today. I don't even want to play it. Yeah. So tomorrow, T5 and I are going to be playing something. I need to figure out what exactly still. Might be another beat 'em up hell stream. It might just be nonsense. We'll raid Doro. She's just going over. She hasn't been streaming in a while, and she's going over what she's been doing, I think, but she's good. She played in the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. She's usually fun and good to be around, I think, so good enough. Yeah, see y'all another time.